Kevin De Bruyne to San Diego FC. It looks like it's going to be happening relatively soon, so we have to talk about it, of course, on the Getting Football podcast. Let's talk about it first from the perspective of KDB. Is it time to move from City to SDFC in the MLS? Or is it too early to move? Is it too bad of a move? Is it too early to move to the retirement league? Should he go to the Saudi league? What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't know if I go. I still think. I mean, he's Kevin De Bruyne, man. He can go to like I don't know, some like Serie A team like Inter Milan. They love the older vets from Prem. He go to Inter and just still kill it. Still drop 20 assists a season. Like, it's just his injuries that are piling on a little bit. But I still think. I mean, ability wise, he's still good enough. With that being said, players they love coming to either the Saudi League or the MLS, depending on what they want. Whether they want like that chill vibe, with that like ability to be kind of in the spotlight, or if you go to the Saudi League and just earn that shit ton of money and then call it a day. But
it's not. He's making a shit ton of money anyway. Let's be real.
He is, but he's making more.
It's not like he needs the money.
He doesn't need the money though. I still think he's good enough to stay in Europe, and I would still love to see him stay in Europe. But with that being said, I can't say no to him going to San Diego because then I get to see him over here, and that would be awesome.
There's a little bit of bias here, but that's okay. It's justified. I feel like the bias is a little justified. Obviously,
100% understandable. I'll pay the extra $30. Tickets will inevitably go up by if he comes to San Diego FC.
Well, we should buy them now. You know what I mean? Like season tickets now, 3, and then so anyone they sign, we're straight chilling. You know what I mean?
We should low-key do that as a channel one day.
Why don't just sign Anthony, bro? That's
Anthony.
That ain't gonna be worth it. Just randomly they pick up Anthony instead of fucking Kevin De Bruyne, and
tickets will go down in price.
Be discount.
It'll be actually really affordable. They'll actually be handing out free tickets, just like that. And then Empire
live fidget spinner demonstration in Snapdragon Stadium. Andres, Kevin De Bruyne, right time of his career to move to the MLS?
Like he's 33 years old, but it's crazy. He's like. I don't see him at 33 years old. You know what I mean? Because a lot of players at 33, you see them expecting them to like, drop in level or like, speed wise and be a little bit slower. But with him, he's a phenomenon in that case of like freak of nature. Like he shouldn't be doing what he's doing at this age. But at the same time, Man City are having a struggle fest right now. Out of the title race. I mean, every team's out of the title race. Let's be honest here. It just doesn't look, nothing's really going their way, especially Champions League as well. So I mean, maybe it's time for like a new chapter, but I don't think MLS. I think he could play like 2 more years European and then come on, or maybe just retires. Like, let's be real here. He doesn't need to continue playing. Like, if he really, really wanted to.
I guess, yeah.
But like, I feel like with him, it's a bit different because obviously you want to play at that top level. So I could see him going to like a Serie A. Or maybe he goes back to Belgium, plays a little bit in the Belgian Pro League, and his career there.
Back to his home team. Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's not bad of a shout.
Or goes back to the Bundesliga. I'm just saying.
Back at Wolfsburg.
I love Wolfsburg. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I doubt he goes to Wolfsburg, but because the state of Wolfsburg's in right now. But like a Kevin De Bruyne, like a Leverkusen kid, or a
I'm just saying.
But yeah, Europe.
He has so many doors open for him. Like honestly, it's up to him. It's up to him. Unfortunately, we do not have those connections to his personal camp and what he's thinking at this moment in time. But I think an indicator is probably Kyle Walker wanting to leave during the January transfer window. You know what I mean? It's like certain players wanting to leave the older players. So, I think he's going to respect the contract, of course. He's not going to force anything like somebody, Kyle Walker. But, it's just one of those things. But I think it would be great for him. I think so. I mean, he lives in a very nice area. San Diego is a very lovely place to live. I'm pretty sure.
It is.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I go to the more.
Technically, it's the phrase they call it. Yeah. Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, obviously, so this would be an end of contract agreement, right? His contract runs out in the summer, so he would join in the summer. He joined halfway through the season. I mean, I think you might as well do it. Because, like, you might as well go. Because I guess you could sign somewhere else. But wherever else you go in Europe, right? You guys said 1 to 2 years left in Europe. He signs a 1 to 2 year contract. The chance of him getting a pretty long injury in that time is pretty high, right? So, like, what's the point? I think you might as well go to SDFC, get a less quality of play, but less wear and tear on the old body. Especially if you can come in halfway through the season, only play half the season, and then they get a longer rest there. You have a little bit more rest. You're more acclimated to the area, especially when the World Cup's coming around. Right? Not to say he will or will not be in the squad for the World Cup. I'm not sure. But the World Cup is coming around soon. You just go somewhere where you can play consistent football. You go somewhere where you're probably not going to get hurt. You don't think you're going to get hurt because you might not be playing as much, or might not be playing as hard or as tough an opposition. So I think you go to SDFC. And you know what, you make that part of your legacy, right? You take the Carlos Vela route, and you take that MLS like inaugural player legacy legend and make it your own. I think he does it. And I'm going to switch this to the other perspective of the SDFC perspective of whether they should get Kevin De Bruyne or not. And I mean, if you say no to getting Kevin De Bruyne, then I don't know what you're talking about. He'd be one of the biggest pickups in MLS history, obviously. So, I mean, especially at this point in his career. Like you said, like, yeah, if it was 3-4 years down the line, yeah, okay, whatever, Kevin De Bruyne, cool. 33, Mans can still play, right? Guy was bossing Europe less than a year or two ago, right? Kevin De Bruyne is still a top midfielder, and not only in the Premier League but in the world. I would say just injuries have bogged him down. If you can get him right now, immediately puts SDFC in a top 5 maybe contention spot, in my opinion.
Is that? I mean, you're not wrong. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. I think our concern when we talked about San Diego FC, like when we were talking about like, oh, what to expect for them in one of our past video. If you haven't seen that, guys, go check it below or in the icon, whatever Elijah decides to do, post it somewhere. But when we were talking about, we were a little concerned about, I think the attack a little bit, because we were talking about Chucky Lozano, not being that it factor that maybe SDFC were hoping for, are going to be hoping for, just because, let's be real, as we did talk about this, but his peak was that 2018 World Cup goal against Germany. Mm-hmm. And then he had like a slow decline, and now he's at a plateau. There we go. I know.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
But yeah, I think it would be a great pickup, and I think that would be this piece that makes SDFC like threatening, not on paper, but like a statement. You know what I mean? Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, it's a guarantee. Okay, this team's going to be able to do something. Any team with KDB is able to do something, because that man can see things that hardly a lot of players in his position are able to see with passing. So I mean, there'll be like chances that come out of nowhere just because of his ability, especially in the MLS level. Granted, if he can do stuff at the top level in Europe, at the highest level, then imagine what he can do at a much lower level in the MLS.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And obviously SDFC do not get Brandon Vasquez. He goes to Austin, which at the time we did that video, we thought they were going to get Brandon Vasquez. But Kevin De Bruyne, I think if he joins SDFC immediately have a better first team roster than LAFC did when they started. And we know how LAFC succeeded when they first started, right? And obviously, it's very different. You can't expect the same of another team. But Kevin De Bruyne joining SDFC absolutely changes the game for the Western Conference as a whole. There's a lot of things that are unknown right now in the Western Conference. I feel like we don't know how good LAFC is going to be. We don't know how good San Jose is going to be. I don't know if you guys have been keeping with San Jose. San Jose has picked up some great players. That's crazy. San Jose look to be competing and are 100% in the playoff contention now.
Just to remind the folks at home, I said that I would personally go to a San Diego game. I'd go to San Jose game. Personally, if San Diego finished below San Jose.
Oh, San Diego.
Just want to reiterate that point.
And there is a good chance of that happening now. San Jose did pick up Chicho Arango, who put up numbers for both LFC and Real Salt Lake. They just brought in former MLS MVP Josef Martinez, obviously Atlanta United legend. San Jose are making some waves, but that's all for me to say that the MLS Western Conference, there's a lot that remains to be seen. Kevin De Bruyne could easily elevate SDFC into one of those top spots, I think. Because of that uncertainty, they could definitely take advantage of that. They started training today, I believe. They could definitely take advantage of that. Diego, your opinion, how would Kevin De Bruyne change SDFC for that perspective?
Like their ability to, like, on the field, I mean, it's not even, I don't think, a discussion. Like, I mean, it's Kevin De Bruyne. I love the idea of like the creators that you sign. Like they help the whole team just get better. The attackers and Lozano will probably be upgraded because of that. And you're going to see them competing in games. That maybe just because of the genius of him, of what he is as a player, will win you a game, or at least keep you in a game. Obviously, one player doesn't win you an entire match, and that I'm not saying it is, but undeniably it'll be great for the team if he goes there. I think it'll be awesome. Obviously, they hope that he doesn't injure himself and keep him out of the team, which unfortunately we have seen happen to a lot of those players, these type of players that move to the MLS and then like don't play that many games. So hopefully he's not one of those players, and he actually is able to play a lot and impact the team a lot, like a Vela was, or even Chicharito, who was injured, but every time he played, he was great for Galaxy. So I think, I mean, again, I still am for him staying in Europe as a football fan. I want to see him still be balling, but if he comes to San Diego, I mean, like if we go see that game in March, like that'll be amazing to see that man play and see him pulling the strings, and then let's be honest, those MLS defenses, they aren't ready. They're not ready for what he can do and what he can pull off. I'd be worried. I'd be worried.
I think
absolutely.
This is a
go.
I had a question. I had a question for you guys.
Please.
So obviously, Lozano was their statement signing, right? Like kind of like the Vela. Like every expansion team has a statement signing, obviously, to an extent. But would you say KDB is a bigger statement signing than Lozano? So like technically they would just swap roles here. Like obviously, I'm just saying, but like, isn't that like, it's like one of those things where like, here's our statement signing, and then they go, psych, nah, sorry Lozano, you're not our star player no more. KDB, by the way.
I mean, without a doubt. I mean, okay, we talked about this a little bit in that last San Diego video, right? Lozano is the on-paper statement signing, but I don't think people should expect a lot from Lozano in terms of goals and assist output, which obviously isn't everything. There's a lot more that goes into the game, but Kevin De Bruyne it has to be the brand new face all over everything signing, because he comes in and Carlos Vela, you could do that. The play ran through Carlos Vela. Kevin De Bruyne, the play is going to run through Kevin De Bruyne. Right, Lozano can come in, yeah, sure. You're gonna watch him on the wing. The play's not gonna run through Chucky Lozano. KDB, the whole thing's gonna run through him. So you absolutely have to market him, because that's why people are gonna come to the game. That's why people are gonna watch. Without a doubt, he becomes the marquee signing. Not to say that Chucky Lozano gets pushed back, but yeah.
I mean, not just the face of the team. He'll be one of the faces of the league. He'll definitely be up there. And the thing is, people will go buy tickets for these games just to go see him, and those are the kind of players that like they mean more than obviously he'll impact on the field, but they mean more than just the impact on the field. They mean merch and sales and exposure and promotion and all that stuff that's like invaluable to the club and to the the board and to the MLS board itself. So like it's more than just what he does on the field, and of course what he does on the field would only help, but I could totally see, how the MLS, they like help teams like, oh yeah, we really want this signing, like we'll help you. Like I could totally see them potentially that being something that comes up that like, oh yeah, we'll help you pay the salary or whatever. I don't know the exact details what goes on, but we'll help you get them on board, because like it's one of those signings.
Yeah, very high possibility, and it's a good chance it's going to happen. This is a deal that's been talked about for a long time. It's been a rumor for a long time, but the reports as of a few days ago were saying that it's very close. So yeah, before we end the video, of course, leave your opinion on Kevin De Bruyne joining SDFC in the comments down below. Leave a like if we should do more SDFC content, because I happily want to. Probably gonna go to a few games too, and more MLS content in general. Yeah, shoot, I'll vlog it. We'll vlog it. Hell yeah. And then make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you in another video. Take care.
Peace.